I seen that actually. I seen Cam Newton react to that, in which Rich Paul said $200 million is not a lot of money. I'm going to share that with y'all. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Because really, I got caught up in it because they were talking about private jets.
Afford to fly private all the time. I got guys 22 making $200 million over the next 4 or 5 years. I got several of those guys, right? I'm constantly telling them that's not a lot of money.
Man, I'm going to tell you like this. Anybody who proclaims to ride or fly private every single flight, they capping.
Unless you own a plane. Still?
They capping.
Why so?
I'm gonna tell you like this, brother. There's very few individuals, and call me crazy. There's very few individuals that really benefit off of flying private. In order for you to really benefit off of flying private, you have to own a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Stay with me, Peggy.
Okay, I'm with you.
Now you gotta really stay with me with this.
All right. You gotta break them numbers down what that flying private look like too.
Okay, we in Atlanta, Georgia, no Peg.
Mm-hmm.
I got a quote to go from Atlanta to Miami. You know how much that's gonna cost me?
To fly private.
To fly private. In the let's say an 8 to 15 passenger.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I got a quote to go from Atlanta to Miami. You know how much that's gonna cost me?
To fly private.
To fly private. In the let's say an 8 to 15 passenger.
Okay, 8 to 15.
Rough numbers, it's gonna cost you anywhere from about $30,000 to $60,000.
No, that's not right. That's wrong. That's wrong. I'm telling you specifically that that's wrong. He said from Atlanta to Miami. From Atlanta to Miami, it's gonna cost 30 to 60. That's not true. That's not right. That's off. You can get that for half that. That's the honest to God truth. Not even close. Not even close. I don't know how many times Cam has actually booked a private flight, but from Atlanta to Miami, 30 to 60,000. That's not true. And I'm not ragging on him. I'm not saying that his quote wasn't wrong. I'm saying that whoever he was booking through, whoever the people that he was chartering through, if he's saying that they were trying to charge him $30,000 to $60,000 to get from Atlanta to Miami, is $30,000 to $60,000. That's wrong. I don't know who was trying to finesse him. I don't know what broker he was going through, and I've flown private. I've had planes sent to me. I'll tell you specifically who sent them for me. First of all, I've flown private through MGM. MGM have sent me planes to fly to Biloxi, to Las Vegas, to a lot. I ain't gonna say a certain other places, but to a lot of places. 30 to 60 is that's why. I don't know what kind of jet specifically that they were booking him for. He said an 8 to 15. I understand that, but see, you can do it cheaper. Number one, you can do it significantly cheaper to fly private from Atlanta to Miami, two major hubs. Let me hear the rest of this first.
One way.
Hell no. Hell no. If they trying to charge you 60,000, let's just go in the middle. Let's just use a number, right? Let's say 45K. If they're trying to charge you 45,000 one way from Atlanta to Miami, they seen him coming. They seen him coming a mile away. One way? They seen him coming a mile away. No way.
30 to 60K.
One way.
God,
one way. And from my expertise of my sources, you're not really paying for the private experience more so than you're paying for the fuel.
Well, you're also paying for the pilots. It's a lot of other things that go into it, but we'll get there in a second.
Now, Peggy, you gotta pay attention to me. If you see her on a private plane, Hold on. Begging, you got to stay with me with this one.
All right,
Now.
come on.
If you see her posting that she on a private plane, she with somebody.
You can definitely do it for 15 to 20. You can go from Atlanta to Miami for 15 to 20 without even thinking twice.
She ain't dolo. It depends on who she is, I guess.
She ain't dolo. Dodo.
Somebody taking that picture.
Bro, understand this, dog. The amount of money that it costs to fly private, I paid that ticket once. I said never again. That doesn't mean that I only flew private once. If you see me flying private, somebody either done sent the jet through the company or I got some good friends.
Yeah.
Hey.
That is true. You can often at times leverage the business relationships that you have. If you wind up doing sponsorships or you wind up doing deals, a lot of times they will send the jet for you, or you can leverage that business relationship in order to be able to fly private. I got friends that that do it all the time. So a lot of people, when they are flying private, I'm not going to say it's on the company's dime, because the company is benefiting from the relationship that they have with that person, whether it be sponsorships or whatever, right? And you can fly out of smaller airports and stuff like that. But he is correct. He is 100% correct on that. I think that they were trying to send too big of a plane for him or something like that, for him to fly private from Atlanta to Miami. Again, because I think that that's just that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. I don't know anybody that's flying from Atlanta to Miami, and I know a lot of people that fly from Atlanta to Miami and Miami to Atlanta that's paying $60,000, $40,000. That's insane. Nobody is paying that for that short of a flight. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you would have said something like 15, 16, 17, even 20, then that makes sense. But it's too short of a flight, and you don't even need that much fuel to get there. So it's really tripped out.
Are you going to Atlanta? Hey, man, go on and drop me out there, my boy.
Yeah,
I have no issue with a diamond medallion.
okay.
I have no issue with American Airlines. I have no... I think the buck stops with me with United.
I only fly Delta. But then again, you know, I think it might even be cheaper. It depends on how you flying, man. So, like, for example, I recently went over to, where was I at? Croatia. I recently went over to Croatia, and I spent, it was 3 of us. 24, almost 40, a little less than 40, like 37,000. But that was round trip. You know what I'm saying? And you're not really, if you're trying to get a really good experience, because I just did Delta One for 3 people, and I wound up spending 36,000 all round trip. So essentially, you spent 18,000 going there and then 18,000 going back, but you did a 12-hour flight, practically 10 to 12-hour flight. So, you know, when you do enough of those, you do a few of those, you automatically gonna get to Diamond Medallion, because I think it takes $28,000. Now Delta has changed it to where they don't combine different rewards. So it's not how many flights you get. You can't do it like that or whatever. It is purely based off of money. Delta's medallion status, which Delta is the best, and I think it's American Airlines under that. Then it may be United, and then it's everything else, Southwest, and then Spirit and Frontier. And, you know, obviously you got the Emirates and you got all of that stuff. The only thing that you really shouldn't fly, never fly Air India. Never fly Air India. The only thing that you really need to stay away from is Air India. It's Delta, AA, United, Southwest, and again, of course, you got all of these other airlines, the smaller ones, Southwest, Spirit, and Frontier. So don't do Air India at all. But yeah, it took me, I think, like 36,000 to do. And ain't nothing wrong with any of those airlines. You get to where you got to get to. But, you know, I usually just make sure I get my medallion status. And then I just keep it moving from there. But Delta's medallion status is based off of money. It's not based. It's based off how much money you spend. It's not based off of how many flights you take anymore.
That's probably the lowest I'm gonna go.
Delta.
I got Delta. American Airlines. I rock with American Airlines.
You have to.
I've never flown
If I
JetBlue.
have to, I'll go United.
I've never flown JetBlue before, so I don't know anything about JetBlue.
But Delta number. Or American.
You try to hit me with a Spirit. Nah, I'm good. I'd rather drive.
The most Spirit you might, the Spirit of Kim.
The spirit of me telling you, oh, that was cute. I ain't riding and flying in no Spirit.
You ain't Frontier?
No. Southwest. Them days gone, Peggy. And it ain't because I'm bougie.
Yeah.
I'm slick claustrophobic.
You like to get your
Bruh. People playing them petty games with arm placements.
Oh yeah. Get to the spot first.
You know what I'm saying? You get people get real petty in their lines. Like I was here first.
So my medallion status in order to get to diamond. So diamond is the top. Is 28,000. So it's you see how it says the little circle right there is 28,000. The way that you get to diamond medallion is you got to spend at least $28,000 in a year. All right, it's $28,000 in a year. So once you cross the $28,000 a year in spending individually, so that's per person, you can't go and buy other people's plane tickets and do it. Like even when I buy my daughter's, that counts towards hers. That does not count towards mine. When I buy my chick, that counts towards her. That does not count towards me. All right. So the medallion status is based off of what you spend on your flight. Even if somebody book a flight towards you, that counts towards your medallion status. It does not count towards, it counts towards, whoever the person that's taking the flight's medallion status. So remember that when y'all taking these flights, remember that you're spending money is based off of the flight that you're taking. All right, just to let you know. So y'all keep sending these chicks these flights, y'all getting a medallion status up. You're not doing nothing for yourself.
Hey, dog. With me, man, I'm plat, baby.
You said what?
I'm plat. I'm 360, man. Hey, man, Delta, man, thank you for, put me in that elite club. Yeah, 360, I go anywhere. Yeah. +1, all that. I get Porsche pull-up.
Huh? And Delta also has, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a concierge service where you basically get like, it's kind of like taking a private flight where you pulling up. What is it called? I forgot what it was called again. But Delta has a separate service even beyond going on a regular, going through TSA and going through all of that. They got a completely separate service of that. If y'all know what it's called, let me know what it's called inside of the chat. I can't think of it right off the top of my head.
You see what I'm saying? But I ain't going to no Frontier. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. And I'm not knocking anybody who does that.
Because I done jumped in that Frontier.
Bro, I am 6'6". I wear clothes that are tailored to my body, which sometimes mean it restricts me from bending down, getting up. It's like, bro, I ain't trying to do all that moving. And then I like a little entertainment when I'm flying, Peggy. That Wi-Fi got to be lit.
That's another thing that I like about Delta's airplanes is that you can do Wi-Fi. So all of the stuff and all of the work and all of the business that I was taking care of and modifying stuff and making sure that stuff is straight. Now you can't do a whole lot of up and downloading, right? Because I up and download a lot of videos. So all of that stuff has to be already taken care of. But as far as like thumbnails, business, seeing what's going on, yes, that Delta Wi-Fi is slapping. Delta is killing it right now. I ain't even gonna cap.
Yes, sir. So when Rich Paul talking about, hey, brother, It's okay to be on Delta. Trust me. It's okay to be on Delta.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't out here flying private every single day of the week.
Yeah. Because a lot of people be surprised. They're like, Cam, what you doing in the airport?
Bruh, I'm
Cam,
just
Cam
like,
on my flight. I'm like,
hey, listen, bruh. The plan is to keep the money, not to say that you once had the money.
Yeah.
Don't let that fly over
Ooh,
your
that's
head.
good. Don't
Don't let
Delta
that
do
fly
need a
over
better
your
check.
head, brother. But I need these kings to stay woke up out
Come
here.
on now.
She bad, ain't she?
Yeah.
I don't know what all the rest of this is, but he is right. Flying private is very expensive. Most people that fly private, a lot of people that fly private, they do it because their company has a corporate plane. So, the company is basically writing that off as an expense. I've seen a lot of executives, and I've actually been on a plane with an executive before flying private for the company because they were going to a different place. They went over here, and then they went over here for a meeting, and then they was back home, and they flew out of smaller airports. A lot of people that fly private here in Michigan or in Oakland County, they fly out of the Oakland County airport. And so there's literally an airport that is maybe 10, 15 minutes up the street that you can fly private out of. So it depends on who you are, and it depends on, what your business is. If you're just doing it just to stunt, then I would suggest that you just ride regular airlines. There's no need in spending the extra money to stunt. If you're doing it because it saves you time, or you're doing it because it provides you a convenience that you would rather pay for, and you can sustain it, then that's a completely different conversation. But when they saying that $200 million is not a lot of money, I don't know about saying that $200 million is not a lot of money. I think that we pushing it, right? I think that what he's saying is that what Rich Paul is saying is that $200 million is not a lot of money when you consider the lifestyle that a lot of these people are having. Hold on, 200 million, Rich. Context matters.